can't see Alan. Alan doesn't exist. What's up? I'm AJ, Writes Crypto. Good morning. It's already Thursday. Damn, this week has flown by. Good. Thank you to everybody that's already here for the show. We got my guy S-Dog in the chat, Tony Denning, Gazer, Blockchain Bonehead, Kenan Henson, Brian Bootyhead, Blockchain Bonehead. What's up with all the people with the head word in their name? I don't get it, guys. I don't understand. Davenport Report. Steve Funzadilda. Steve Fuenzadilla. Damn. Spelling your name in kindergarten must have sucked, man. That's unfortunate. But we got a lot to talk about today. We have so much to talk about today. This week in crypto has felt like a month. It's felt like a full month where each day, well, it's 4 days of the week so far, and each day has basically been a whole week smashed into one, but got a lot of really interesting stuff coming in today. Got a lot of filming going on. Man, where do I even start? I think I'm stuck on where I start. Oh, yeah, I know exactly where to start. I know what to do. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this right into the chat here. And then I'm going to go, boom, for our weekly CryptoChips.io giveaway. I even made a little graphic. That's why I was a couple minutes late, because I was making this sick graphic. I'm getting better at Photoshop, everybody. I'm getting better at Photoshop. But I wanted to show, because, last week there was the Doge hoodie, the Doge Moon Money, and the Doge coin, the crypto chip. But I don't think people understood that, what those things mean. So I wanted to give a graphic to kind of show everybody what the giveaway actually is. I put the link right there in the chat. It's our weekly CryptoChips.io giveaway. All you have to do you'll win a shirt, the Moon Money, and the crypto chip, all Ethereum. If you want a chance to win, all you have to do is like and retweet this post right here and give our friends a follow over at CryptoChips.io, one of the best merch companies in all of crypto. Big shout out to Crypto Chips being a main sponsor on the channel here for quite some time, also being the clothing line behind my the designer for Get Rich or Get Wrecked, and they do fulfillment for my merch as well. We will be having a new Grogger drop coming your way here in a little while. We've been working out a couple designs. Some of them are a little crazy crypto ADD, and some of them are more just like chill, you know what I mean? Some chill designs. And I also want to have some merch that you guys can buy all the time. And then, we will stick with the normal drops as always. So awesome. So man, so much going on. I got the roundtable later today at 2:00. We're going to be talking some DGen stuff. And, I was looking at all the normal crypto news this morning. I obviously made my thumbnail about, how the whales are pumping crypto up. We did talk about this when we were talking earlier in the week, man. Earlier in the week, I made that TA video for you guys, and I set this thing up. I literally teed it up perfect. I said that I was worried about the curvature, but as long as Bitcoin, the curvature on the money flow right there, but as long as Bitcoin stays above, this in this value area right here, and this is the daily chart, so it's really zoomed out. But as long as it stays, above this 42,000 range, we have favorable trading conditions. As long as we stay above that range. And that has exactly been the case. Bitcoin is absolutely ripping. It was at 45,000 this morning. It is now approaching 45.5. It's almost at 44.4, $9 below 44.4, with a green dot on the 2-hour chart, continuing up and to the right. Absolutely love to see this. Love to see this. Also, I said this in my trading video, and I said this yesterday. Long Solana. I said go long on Solana. I want to help. I'm telling you guys what I'm doing. All right. I'm being very transparent about this. Okay. It's not financial advice, but I am going to say things like, hey, you see the support resistance level right here? If it breaks it, that would be a good time to make a trade. All right. I can say that. I can say that. And what I did, we were talking about this little breakout here. It got rejected. And I said, okay, well, either way, what needs to happen is that Solana needs to hold, this line right here, which it did. And the trade begins when this support resistance line gets broken. I think I'm going to make a video that says, 3 days ago, I said this, and then do a fast forward of the chart to show you guys how well this trade would have gone if this support resistance line at $98 was set on your chart. Boom. Right there. Almost 6%, 5.86. I got you guys. I got you, fam. All right, we out here. We're doing this. We're doing this thing. All right, so we're trying, everybody. We are trying, and you know, I understand crypto. Can we assume a huge dip just before the halving? And honestly, when I'm talking about, you know, the Bitcoin, the Bitcoin daily chart here, when I'm talking about the Bitcoin daily chart, when I'm talking about the curvature of the money flow, of course I'm worried about a pre-halving dump. All week, I've been talking about the macro. I've been talking about how the interest cuts aren't coming in March. That's very unfortunate. We need that quantitative easing. We've been talking about that. Not to mention the dollar. The dollar, everybody, has been doing pretty damn. See how much I've been on this chart? You can see that AJ has been here. AJ has been here. Look at this. Look at this. Like, bruh. This chart, man, has been the death of me. I've missed a couple trades because I'm scared of the dollar. Okay. And these two yellow lines here were the talk of the town for a while. It was, you know, get rejected here, get rejected here, get rejected here, get rejected here, get rejected. Every time they got rejected, I was trading. Every time they got rejected, I was going trading. But guess what? The dollar has now broken above this, but it has got rejected from this one up here around 100 and 104, about 105. All right. So we do still want to keep a close eye on the dollar. We also want to keep a close eye on the S&P. The S&P is in a very precarious spot, everybody. It's very precarious. Okay. This right here is the all-time high from 2021. It has broken that. It has broken that. And every day, when you look at the 2-hour chart, almost every open has been, has been pretty scary. If you look at, see the gaps in the chart, that's because the stock market doesn't trade 24 hours like crypto does. And look at this right here. We're already talking, 15, -3 on dual band strength index, got a red dot on market cipher B. Like, it keeps topping, dipping, going up further, topping, dipping, coming up further. So every day the stock market is a little scary to look at because you're like, is this the top? Is this the top? Is this the top? Is this the top? Because it's going to have to come back down and retest the all-time high level eventually, right? I mean, I'd be damned if the stock market doesn't at least come down and test this level and continue. I mean, that's just what happens. That's just what happens here. So, we want to consider the macro. But at the end of the day, my message to you guys was as long as Bitcoin holds 42, as long as Bitcoin holds 42, this level right here in this value area, as long as it holds 42, we're okay. This is all of February right here. Let me clean some of this up so you guys can see it better. Let me clean some of this up so y'all can see it better. All right, we got a lot of ideas here, everybody. A lot of ideas flowing. All right. And, Bitcoin, if you look at this yellow uptrend here, has kind of respected this local uptrend, has bounced off that significantly, that large yellow line. But really, my level right here, this was my level, this line. I said, as long as it stays above this, we have favorable conditions. That was 41,900. So basically 42,000. As long as we stayed above that, we're good. And look at what happened. Look at what happened. The last time, you remember that head and shoulders we were talking about? We were scared. We were scared that if Bitcoin came up, so here's the head, here's the shoulder. So, two parts of it were created. We only needed the last shoulder. And that's what was very scary about the setup. And we were worried that back here, that if this came up, touched this line, got rejected, that would have been the head and shoulders. And that would have been god awful. But luckily for us, that has not happened. That has not played out at all. We actually have broken through this support resistance line. Because look back here, back in December, rejected. That line was tough. That line was a sore thumb for us at 44,558. That line was no bueno. But look, we just boomed on by it, had coming to retest the local high. Let's go. And, I wanted to do my trading show yesterday. And I was watching the charts. I was thinking about going live, to be honest with you. But I didn't because Bitcoin and Ethereum were running the show. The altcoin trading last night wasn't what it seemed. It wasn't easy. It wasn't really there. I mean, even if you look at like a lot of coins I'm targeting right now. Right now, Optimism has been a pretty fun coin to trade. All right, the 4-hour chart. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Let's go to like a 1 hour. But look at like the chop here. You see what I'm dealing with here? Like Optimism isn't doing what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing. It has a lot of volume as an altcoin. See this support resistance level? I do really like this setup, to be honest with you. And I also said in my trading video the other day, when Optimism on Monday, I put out that trading video saying a couple positions, ideas for positions. When I put out a video that says multiple trading ideas. Watch that shit, bro. Watch it, because every one of those ideas played out. Every single one of those ideas played out. That's just it's money, everybody. It's a free magic internet money. I'm trying. All right. So look at this. If you really zoom out and look at this optimism setup, you'll see what I'm talking about. First of all, I got it in a Gone fan. Gone theory is kind of very complicated. I'll explain it in detail when I do my beginner series. But essentially, William Gone was a killer back in like the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. He was a stock market god. Okay. And the Gone fan, this 1-1, you see that right there, the 1-1. This is a 45-degree angle. Okay. And it basically, Gone theory works in terms of relationship between time and price action. All right. So when you see it stay below where the 45-degree angle is the most important angle, the 1-1 is the most important, this one right here. And it gets rejected from that. That's not the end of the world, but we obviously would like to see it get above the 1-1 and continue. That would be most bullish scenario. But if it stays, if it stays between the 1-1 and the 2-1, which is this line here, this line, that one, okay, that is good. And if you look at how the Gone fan set up, perfectly rejected from here, but then bounced off of this. You see how it perfectly is staying inside the realm of the Gone fan. Okay, so to elaborate on this, optimism, when I saw that it perfectly lined up with the Gone fan, I knew that this was a good setup. I also knew that I liked, the anchor wave, trigger wave setup on Market Cipher B at the time. Market on the 4 hour at the time had really good rating on the dual band strength index. Big shout to Market Cipher and Crypto Face. If you're not using Market Cipher, you really should. There's a link down below in the description if you want to get involved. Maybe I'll talk to Crypto Face about doing another Market Cipher giveaway. I know people really like those when I did them over the holidays. But if you look at the setup here, optimism was perfectly bouncing off of the bottom of the Gone fan. All right. And where I really started paying attention to it, I'll zoom in even more and I'll clean the chart up. I know it's a little messy. Where I really started paying attention to it was right here. Okay. When it had this double top idea, that support resistance level. That support resistance level is at $3.36. It came down, bounced off this, came back up, rejected from that same level, came down, broke that level. That the break of that level, it was super important. The break of that level was a trade idea, 3% trade right there, easy dub. Even if you only got 2% of it, the money's always made in the middle. But now, optimism is, and this is what I'm saying by why I didn't go trade yesterday. I wanted to do my live trading show, but I'm also not just going to go live and set myself up for failure. Just because Bitcoin, unless I wanted to trade Bitcoin or Ethereum, which I generally don't do. Let's be honest. I target all coins. I always target all coins. So what I'm saying is that look at this chop here, man. Look, it was just straight up chop. Blah, 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 blah. No, not that. And this, I still have my eyes peeled on this optimism chart, by the way. I have my eyes peeled on this chart. It might stay in this range here a little bit like that. Could do that. Maybe it could come down, retest this. Could be a short idea involved. But I do want to really, this Solana setup, man. I don't know what else to say to you guys. I'm trying, everybody. I was trying. I was down here saying long Solana every time it goes below 95, it goes back to 100. Just like Quant. Quant was a magnet to 100. Look at that. Boom. 9.7% right there. 10x leverage, that's 100%. You double your bags right there. Right there. All right. So a couple other setups I found a little bit interesting. And then I'll get to some of the news and everything else. Chainlink has been an interesting coin. I made some money trading Chainlink the other day. It has bounced back up, but is now working on its way of messing all that up again. So here was my original trade. I went from right here to over here somewhere. About 3.5% trade, but 10x leverage. It was 31% altogether. So when you really zoom in on Chainlink and get a look at, I'll get rid of this yellow line right here for the sake of argument. But you look at this setup and you look at where it got rejected. Look at where Chainlink got rejected, everybody. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So we want to consider, the strength of these levels. And when something 1, 2, 3, when this happens, This is relevant. This is literally like telling you something. Like, listen to the chart. Listen to what the chart is telling you. Believe in the heart of the cards. So, I mean, this rejection here, I mean, obviously that would have been a pretty simple setup. 4% down over 7 hours. But, more recently, and this was from midnight last night until now, it is bouncing up a little bit now. I think that given everything else, you probably could catch a long and maybe to get to 18.9. Possible. I think it could bounce up there because, honestly, because it broke this level here. I would, if I was to go long off link right here, I would set my stop loss like really tight right there, because my idea is that if it's going to break above the high and go test, that's fine. But if I'm wrong, it'll just stop me out at 18.6, 18.59, and I'm fine with that. That's an idea. But another idea, Monero. All right. And what I like about Monero. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about on the optimism chart really fast. The daily, man. The daily chart on the optimism looks really good. And I want to say that the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence on the daily chart is really solid, because look at this. I'll make it big so everybody can see it. Look at this. Ooh, not that. MACD line going above the signal line on the daily chart. MACD daily cross, okay? MACD crosses are important. Even on smaller time frames, they matter. But when it happens on a daily chart, that's significant. Okay. I'm looking for some action from optimism here in the next little while. I'm not, like I said, I'm not an optimism hodler, but I will trade out of this chart. I have before, and I will again. I really see this thing, maybe coming up, even if it, even with the idea with the Gonfan, say it comes up and gets rejected by the 45-degree angle, gets rejected by the 1-1. I mean, from here, it could come up. I mean, we're talking 44% to $5 if it really at the top of the gun. Oh, got a cross. Here we got an alarm, everybody. This is why we set alarms. What we got? Ooh, PT. Let's go. The PHEMEX coin. Okay, here we go. Remember, this coin was also in my setup. The alarm just went live right here on the show. This is why we set alarms, everybody. This is why we set alarms. And I knew what this alarm was because I just said it the other day. So look, don't want to enter Excel that one. So look at this. This is the 4-hour chart for the PHEMEX token PT. It's rejected. It's hitting that line. And I'm telling you that if this thing can get above this line a little bit, if you went long from here and set a stop loss 70 cents, I mean, there you go. We got a MACD cross on the 4-hour. Boom. We're coming up on the oscillator. Love to see it. I think that's probably a pretty clean setup. And also, to be honest with you, PHEMEX having a coin, this is a new thing. This is a very new thing. PHEMEX having its own coin. It has come up pretty hard in a very short amount of time. But I'm really interested to see if this thing is going to go ahead and get above this line here, or if it's going to reject again. Because even just getting above this level right here, I mean, even if it goes up a little bit more, that invalidates the double top and can be considered a higher high. And that's what we want. You know what I mean? Even if it goes like that, I mean, that would be best. That would be really good, structurally speaking. So, the 2-hour looks pretty strong. And, PHEMEX having a coin, especially with the steam that they're picking up, I mean, look what happened to Binance. Look what happened to the KCS, the KuCoin. Look what happened to the BitGet token. I mean, we've seen examples of exchange coins rip over time. Absolutely moon. I remember buying BNB at $40, $40, $35, something like that. Rode it to 400. We've seen exchange tokens go off. And I think, PHEMEX having their own token is pretty killer. I think, I'm sponsored by PHEMEX. I have a pretty serious long-term, deal going with them. And I'm all for watching the growth of the PT token. I own a little bit of it myself, full disclosure, but I am bullish on how that one's going to go. And it's good to have that alarm go off. But if you guys want to follow along with me, I'm doing all of my trading this year on PHEMEX. It is the easiest, just comprehensive site to trade on. It's self-explanatory. It's not confusing. There are some trading sites that just are purposely confuse you. PHEMEX is very cut and dry. It's easy to set your stop loss. It's easy to set your leverage. You can choose between cross and isolated. It's not hard. Like, there are some sites that kind of make it difficult for you. PHEMEX is like, here you go. Go trade. go do it. And that's what I like most. It's super intelligent. I've been getting some pretty high profits over there on PHEMEX. So if you want to follow me, make sure you click the link down below in the description. Get yourself signed up. You do not need to KYC. You do not need to KYC. Okay, that was very weird. My screen went away accidentally on my StreamYard. I hit the wrong button and it took me out, but I'm back. So sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Good. But yeah, so like I was saying with PHEMEX, you don't need the KYC. You don't need the KYC. But anytime you're ever trading any crypto anywhere, you should use a VPN. So someone in the chat, I am doing Rate My Portfolio today. If anyone wants portfolio ratings, if not, no big deal. Mickey Gill, AJ, you should have a Discord. Good point. I am having a Telegram. I don't have a Discord yet, but I am going to have a Telegram. All right. I'm going to set my Telegram up with Pal AI. There will be like an AI bot of me that aggregates everything I've ever said from YouTube, from Twitter, from anywhere. And you could ask it, hey, AJ's bot. What do you think about the tokenomics on optimism? What do you think about support resistance levels on Chainlink? What do you think about this? And you can ask me, and it'll go through everything I've said and give you an answer. I think that's crazy. You can also, with the PAL bot, you can ask it to roast other people in the room. You can say, hey, make fun of Mickey Gill, make fun of French Toaster or Brian Bootyhead, make fun of him, roast him, and the Telegram bot will make fun of your friends. You can do all your crypto research right there in the Telegram. So there's not only will there be alpha, not only will there be chart setups from me and other top traders, there will be the PAL bot where you can do some research there as well. So super excited on that. Let's make some two-stroke and get rich, not wrecked today. I am all here for that. Yeah, I know. That is pretty funny, Jumper DCS World. When I said no KYC, the screen went black. I accidentally hit the back button on my StreamYard. Yeah, so there you go. And yes, I will be posting calls there as well. But I post calls right here on YouTube. I've been posting calls right here on this channel for a minute. And and even when I put videos out, that say something like multiple trading ideas or watch this trade or look at this level, I'm telling you guys, we're gonna get in there because this is what I'm doing. And I've been on a hot streak lately. I've been running hot lately. And I always give you an out. I'll always say, here's this idea, but if this happens, this is why my stop loss is here. So I'll also kind of give you, if it goes the other way, a safe place to exit without, taking too much of a hit. I won't ever talk about a setup without talking about a reasonable stop loss. So there is that as well. All right. So I'm going to keep the ball rolling here. So I was doing my normal research this morning, my normal research, and then my phone rings, and every time my phone rings, it's one of 7 people, and it was Goody, and Goody calls me the most. Goody's my content guy, Goody's my dude, and he's actually flying out. Goody's flying out. He'll be here for the Super Bowl. We'll be here next week making a bunch of content. He doesn't let me take my afternoon naps. Pisses me off. Every day at 4 o'clock, I'm asleep. I'm one of those people that I have to take a nap or I'm just done. And he's like, he's super annoying about it too. But damn it, Goody, I'm taking my naps. Anyway, Goody's coming out, and I was, doing my normal morning research, and Goody says, dude, you have to look at this. This is what all the degens are talking about. If you don't talk about this on your show, you have to talk about this. So I said, all right. And then I started reading. And then I realized he was right. So there is a new token standard. You know how there's the ERC20, all right? Or the ERC 721s now? There are ERC 404s. ERC 404s, okay? The new Ethereum token standard blends features of ERC20s and ERC 721s. So a combination of traditional tokens. Oh, there's another alarm. Oh my God, I hate when it goes off on the stream. What was that alarm? PT. Yeah, okay, the PT coin, man. Trying to get above there. It's fighting. Let's zoom in on it. 2-minute chart, that AJ DGen chart, could be a point of rejection. Could be. A little bit of bearish div set up on the 2-minute, but I'm really watching this chart, hoping this thing gets above and continues. That would be bullish. Anyway, back to this. The ERC 404s. This is the future of DGen stuff right here. An experimental token standard, ERC 404, which combines the features of NFTs and fungible tokens, is gaining momentum in the Ethereum ecosystem. The first 404 ERC 404 token to use this standard, Pandora, remember that name, everybody, Pandora, has spiked in value, currently trading for $16,000, a 5,000% increase, 5,000% increase since launching on February 2nd, according to DexReader. Pandora has a market cap of 166 million, still relatively small. Let's take a little peek at it right here. Here we are at DexReader. Here is Pandora. So it has turned around a little bit. This is the hourly chart. You know, here's the beginning. Here we'll go to the 4-hour. So right here is the beginning of the chart. This is where we started. And it went straight up and to the right and is now finally retesting. So, you know, I'm not saying go long on Pandora now or anything like that, but I want to bring to light the new token standard, an ERC 404. Okay. The ERC 404 standard offers a unique approach for projects interested in combining the easily tradable nature of ERC20s and the non-fungible aspects of ERC 721s. According to Pandora's GitHub, the experimental standard brings native liquidity and in-standard fractionalization. All right, so we are literally talking about a combination of a crypto coin combined with an NFT. That's literally what this is. This is absolute insanity. So Pandora, according to GitHub, Pandora's GitHub, the experimental standard brings native liquidity and in-standard fractionalization, said that. Pandora issues 10,000 ERC20 tokens along with 10,000 replicant NFTs. If a user purchases one full Pandora token, one replicant NFT is automatically minted to their wallet. Conversely, if a user sells their Pandora token, the NFT is burned. Okay. Users have the choice of trading the token on decentralized exchanges like Uniswap or trading on popular NFT markets like Blur or OpenSea. Of course, interestingly, the standard also includes a rarity component. Each time a replicant NFT is minted, it appears with a rarity score like a normal NFT, with green being common and red being rare. So, you know, there you go. That is super interesting. Keep a close eye out for ERC 404s. It's a new standard. It's a new thing. I think this kind of might, catch on fire. Here on CoinGecko are top ERC 404 tokens by market cap. And as you can see, Pandora is leading the way, but they're not the only one. There are a handful of other 404 coins, top projects already popping off. They're not very large. You know, Defrog's Rug, literally called Rug. So, you know, this is a new thing. I'm not saying it's a safe bet. I'm saying that it's probably like a risky thing, but I do like that they're combining ERC20s and ERC 721s, you know, combining coins and NFTs into one thing. Keep a close eye out for ERC 404s. And here's another little read on it here from Crypto News. Of course, here we go. Where's the part I wanted to read? Yeah. So when a Pandora ERC 404 is sold or transferred, its corresponding replicant is destroyed and a new one is generated in its place. The highest is 100 Ethereum. There's only 5,300 replicants on OpenSea. The lowest price is 11 Ethereum. Damn. So this is the thing, everybody. This is the thing. And the cool thing is you can get involved through the replicants or you can get involved through the coin. You know? So it's a new standard. Pandora is the first token built. Pandora is the first token built on the ERC 404 standard, experimental token that we have open source for creators and developers alike. So there you go. So definitely check out this post right here if you want to learn more about this new standard. The DGen world is all up in arms about. I feel this is super. It's wild. Oh, of course, it's not letting me copy paste this tweet. It's too long. But yeah, just check out Pandora _ERC 404. That's not a paid plug or anything. I actually just find this very interesting that they're just doing a brand new thing. So big shout out to them. All right, let's keep the ball rolling here. Wanted to take a quick look at the crypto market. the crypto market in general. We have yet to do that today. Sharing this story. Okay, so Bitcoin, man, 45. Love to see it. Ethereum 24. Ethereum 2,500 by Valentine's Day. 2,500 by Valentine's Day. Oh man, that's hilarious. Really fast. Wanted to check one little thing here. We have 241 people watching with only 136 likes. Hey everybody, hello. Just middle of the show. We got a lot of things going on here. We're talking some alpha, talking some things. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. I'd really, really appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. I'm a couple away from 11.2. I hit 11.1 the other day, almost at 11.2. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really, really appreciate it. All right, let's get back into this. So Solana 104, XRP 51. I don't really know about XRP getting to $1 anytime soon. I know some people are talking about that, man. It's just taking way too long. Avalanche, I bought a little bit of Avalanche at 34. I'm happy with it too. I think Avalanche is going to be a coin I target here in a little while. TA on Caspa, sure, why not? Also, if anybody wants portfolio ratings, just let me know. Near almost at $3. Love to see it. Caspa back to 12 cents, up 30% on the week. Good for them. They were kind of struggling there for a long time. Arbitrum 191, 10% on the week. VeChain under 3 cents. Anytime you can buy VeChain under 3 cents, it is a steal. The Graph 16 cents. Quant 104. Algorand almost at 17 cents. Love to see that. So, we're definitely, some things are starting to move now. Starting to move. It was kind of getting boring, kind of getting scary there for a while. Hey, look at this. The top gainers in the top 1,000. Look at what's on the top, everybody. Defrogs. Defrogs is an ERC 404. I'm telling you, watch the 404s. They are going to do very well. You can go to CoinGecko right here and find the ERC 404s and keep track of them. I'm telling you, this is a new thing that's going to catch on pretty fast. Top 100, Jupiter, 54 cents, taking a dent. Bit10, Tau, of course, taking a dent after that hard pump. Monero down a little bit after its rebound. Top winners, BitTorrent, 33%. Where the hell did that thing come from? Dimension, still keeping up the pump from the other day. Caspa woke back up, thank God. Ordi woke back up, thank God. Cardano, 53 cents. Solana, 104, near 297. I think near under $3 is this easy steal. That thing's going to rip back to 350, 375 in no time if things continue like this. I got a $10 super chat from 11-7 Productions. Did you see Jesus Coin rising again for Easter as it did for Christmas? I don't know. I thought he was born on Christmas. I don't know. I went to Catholic school. I should know these things. But I shout out to 11-7 Productions. I know, in the meme world there have been people talking about Jesus Coin. That has been a thing. I did a tweet yesterday. Here, let me see if I can find it real fast. Where would it be? All right. Yeah, also right here on my Twitter, everybody, make sure you check out this interview if you haven't already. I did an interview with Mr. M. Mr. M is good friends with Carlos the Moon. I did a little interview with him yesterday. Had a really good time. Big shout out to my guy, Mr. M. Go give him a follow. He's a really solid creator, really nice dude, super polite, very intelligent. That's what's up. Really like that guy. Had a really good interview with him. Also, right here, talking about meme coins. Yesterday I did this tweet. I have $1,000 and I feel like buying a meme coin. What should I buy? #DGen, #Grogger, get rich or get wrecked. And Jesus Coin actually came up in this a handful of times. And of course, George with the shill. Get some COQ. And I said, might take you up on this, George. Sincerely, George, because we are all George. Big shout out to George. I like George. But yeah, so Kenan Hinton asked, can you take a quick look at DXDY? Sure. But yeah, the meme coin world is interesting right now. The meme coin world is very interesting right now. And I've been keeping a very close eye on the meme coin world. I think there's a couple of plays here I'm going to get involved with. There's a couple I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about them or not, but I'll give it some time. Yeah, let me there was a couple stories I wanted to go over, and then I'll look at DYDX and Caspa. That's the one. All right. What do I have going on here? All right. Boom. Hey, there's 250 people in the house. Thank you for being here. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. All right. Bitcoin hits 4-year lows in exchange withdrawals. This is big. This is big, everybody. Okay. According to Glassnode, I used to have a Glassnode, but I stopped paying for it. I just didn't use it all the time. Quick take: since October 2023, there's been a persistent decline in exchange withdrawals. As per current data from Glassnode, Bitcoin withdrawals from exchanges have reached a 4-year low, numbering merely 35,000 Bitcoin. On the contrasting side, Bitcoin deposits onto exchanges maintain a higher figure, with 56,500 Bitcoins being currently accounted for. Interesting. And, this kind of ties into the next story. Just got to find it. Just gotta find it. Boom. Here we are. MicroStrategy. Good old sailor boy. Michael Saylor. Just aping in. Just aping in. Dude is just savage. MicroStrategy boost Bitcoin holdings to 190,000. They're just buying, and the crypto whales buying Bitcoin. This is one. This is them. One of those whales in my thumbnail is Michael Saylor. He's probably the one with the monocle. So Michael Saylor, the executive chairman, and the firm invested $37.2 million to acquire an additional 850 Bitcoin. Wouldn't it be nice if you were like, hey guys, hey boys at the table, what's up? Hey, you know what I want to do just for today because it's Wednesday? Let's just spend $37.2 million. We'll buy 850 Bitcoin. We'll add it to the pile, and we'll even out our DCA. And that would take us to 190,000 Bitcoin. Oh my God, these people are crazy, man. Absolutely insane. But I love to see this. I do love to see this, and the fact that whales are accumulating right here, right now, before the halving. The macro does scare me, guys. The macro scares me. Jerome Powell, Gary Gensler, a little terrifying. But I do want to say that the fact big whales are accumulating right now does make me a little bit more optimistic. Bitcoin has been holding levels, creating favorable conditions for Bitcoin and Ethereum. The altcoins, I believe, will follow. Keep a close eye on Bitcoin dominance. That's something I will probably talk about a little bit in a video I'm going to make later today. That will come out later today, as well, with a couple other altcoins calls as well. So make sure you keep a lookout around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I will be dropping a video for you guys that is a little rant about Bitcoin dominance and a little some insight on a couple trades that I'm going to be looking at with setups with stop losses and targets as well. So the big lookout for that video. We got a super chat here by the Osbornes for a portfolio rating. I got you. I'll save the portfolio ratings for the very end of the show. Appreciate you, bro. Also, I've been talking to Wolf Financial. I've been doing like a Twitter space for portfolio ratings. I think it's on Wednesdays now. I need to reach out to him, but yeah, I think it's been fun. I've been doing a lot of spaces on Twitter with people like Wolf, people like Mario Nafal. I've been doing the roundtable, stuff like that. It's important to stay involved on Twitter, especially if you're trying to grow. I feel like, growing the Twitter grows to YouTube, growing the YouTube goes to Twitter. Because you'd be surprised, a lot of people on YouTube don't care about Twitter, and some people on Twitter don't care about YouTube. So it is actually two different, trying to get that crossover isn't always easy to do. But yeah, 100%. So, okay, a couple stories I wanted to get into before I do a little bit of TA on those coins they asked for. So we talked about the Denkan upgrade yesterday on the beta net. Ethereum developers are targeting March 13th for the Denkan. I don't know why I can't say that upgrade on the mainnet. The timing for the long-awaited Denkan upgrade with its multi-touted proto-dank sharding feature. Remember, like I said yesterday, sharding in its original form changed on Ethereum because layer 2s were doing so well. So they announced this today, saying that it's target for March 13th. So make sure you kind of put that date on your calendar. Be aware of these things. So the Denkan upgrade is designed to reduce costs for layer 2 transactions and data available on Ethereum. The blockchain's biggest change since April 23. The upgrade was successfully deployed Wednesday on the 3rd of 3 test networks. And so they're pretty much going for like a scalability thing here. I know Ethereum has a lot of work to do, to figure out scaling, to figure out gas, figure out how long it takes for finality. Finality takes forever, but at the same time, one of those things. What just popped up on the screen there? What the hell was that? Did you guys see that? That was crazy. Am I seeing things? I've never seen that on StreamYard before. But okay. Oh yeah, the whole Tucker Carlson thing. Oh man. I can't wait to see that interview. I can't wait. I love how much he's pissing everybody off. And the fact he's making so many people mad. He's on a kill list in Ukraine. Tucker Carlson was calling him treasonous. Treason. Because he's interviewing a guy. The fact that this is good. This is a good thing. I think there's so much just BS. So much like a lack of clarity, a lack of transparency. It's literally like crypto regulation. I'm here for it. I support Elon for sure on what he's doing to keep things as open as he can. I admire that. I do, and bravo to Tucker, man. Bravo. I'm rooting for him. I really am. And I'm interested to see what Vladimir has to say as well. I remember Lex Friedman was supposed to interview Vladimir. I don't know what happened to that, but yeah, journalism. That's a fact. Why is technology? It's just so ridiculous. Journalism has to give a whole picture. This is what it should be. I know. I can't even believe the fact that it's a debate. The fact that they're even debating on if he should or should not interview. It obviously sounds like a lot of people have some shit to hide that they're hiding. Like if y'all weren't worried about it, why is it such a big deal? Like that's, you know what I'm saying here? That's kind of like that's the biggest piece for me. So can't wait to watch that for sure. All right, let's I think there was one more story I want to talk. We talked about Sailor and big whales buying. That's good. We talked about the Ethereum upgrade. Oh, this is an interesting story. I'll show the story and then we'll get to the TA and the portfolios. Coinbase says Americans could have saved $174 billion on credit card fees with blockchain. Americans could have saved $174 billion on credit card fees with blockchain. All right. Quick take. In Coinbase's latest State of Crypto report, the U.S.-based cryptocurrency exchange said that blockchain technology could have saved Americans at least $74 billion on credit card transaction fees, amounting to an average savings of $600 per household. At least 3 in 5 Americans want updates to the system that make it cheaper, faster, and more accessible, according to the report. Coinbase used research conducted by the Block Research. And so, basically going on to say that, Americans could have saved all this money. A lot of Americans want a faster, cheaper way to go about how we're doing the credit card system. But guess what, everybody? Guess what? We could have saved $74 billion on credit card fees. Yeah, we could have saved $74 billion. But they don't want us to save $74 billion. The credit card companies are the rake in the poker game of life. They are the rake in the poker game of life. They are just taking the rake and pulling it back and taking the rake and pulling it back 2% at a time. Just chip, 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 chip. Yeah, Coinbase, you're right. You're right. Uncle Brian, we could have saved $74 billion. With blockchain. And we should have saved 74, but we're not going to, because that would be taking money out of their pockets. And it doesn't work that way. They only take money out of our pockets. So you get my point. Just thought I'd comment on that one before I continued on. Little check in here on the PT chart has hit that level and rejected. Is sort of coming on down the bench right here. Interesting. I mean, how long is this drop down to this level here? 2% to 69.5. Okay. Interesting. All right. TA. CAS. All right. Let's start off looking at the daily, okay? Look at this. This one should have been on my list when I did a video the other day because it would have been perfect. This is why we set alarms, everybody. This is why we set alarms. I drew the triangle and didn't set the alarm on it. My fault. My fault. Missed the trade there. All good. But the triangle was already there when I went to the chart. We're talking 16% in one day. Damn it, AJ. But my point here is this. We have oscillator, anchor wave, trigger wave on market cipher B, flat across on the price action, bearish, bullish divergence on a daily chart with a MACD cross on the daily. Remember, the larger the time frame, the more significant the indication from indicators. Zooming in on the 4-hour on the CASPA chart, we are approaching the top of the pop on this oscillator here. Interested to look at a normal relative strength index, aka an RSI, to see how overheated this chart is. And damn, it is certainly overheated, well above the 70 level, which indicates an overbought, aka overheated level. We'll be looking for some sort of retest here, which it looks like it has already begun. This thing, most of the times when things break out of triangles, they don't retest. They break out, touch down, and then go. This thing didn't touch back down. It just went. Love to see that. Yeah, we're talking 16% a day. Man, I should have set an alarm. I literally drew this triangle on this. I drew this triangle on this show talking about CASPA TA. I remember talking about it because I was like, no, I could wiggle here, but the point of intersections in March, it'll definitely break out or break down before that. But make sure you set an alarm here or set an alarm here. Whatever alarm goes off first, that's the way you should trade. I say that, I said that on this chart. I remember talking about it, and I didn't set the alarm, and I missed the trade. See, you got to take your own advice, everybody. You got to take your own advice. But what I do want to point out here is look at where it looks like it might be getting rejected, and look at the last time. First of all, this is what we're going to consider here. You see this line? You see that? I wouldn't be surprised if CASPA got rejected right here, right now. I would not be surprised. First of all, it's a support resistance line from back here. This level is exactly 0.1297, so just about 13, a skosh under 13. But look at the oscillator. I'll make it bigger so you can see it. Look at the oscillator. Last time it was at this level. Okay, it was here, and then it was here. But now the oscillator is higher up at the same level on the price action. Okay, so I would say that this indicates that this thing is likely to reverse to, and let's consider other support resistance levels like this one here, maybe to 11.6. I would say that this is probably not a bad time to go short. Probably not a bad time to go short on CASPA. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Look at the curvature. See the and look at the anchor wave, trigger wave coming down while price is going up. Bearish divergence on the 10-minute. Definitely a scalp idea. I'm not saying sell your bags, but in terms of scalp trading, for sure. With the point of control and the visible range volume profile, see this right here, this thing over on the side, that's the volume that shows you where the money is on the chart. All right. The point of control is the point where there is the most volume, where there's the most amount of money. And in this scenario, the point of control is below. The point of control is below the current price point. That level is also basically a support resistance level right here. This level is exactly 12 cents. So definitely a short idea to 12 cents would be 5.3%, 10x leverage. That's 50%. Not bad. But on the short-term time frame, on the 10-minute, I wouldn't just pull the trigger right away. I do want to see if it holds. You see, in cases of bullish continuation, see this red line right here. This is the 50 EMA, and the price will always bounce off it. So we want to see like a close below it, if that makes sense. On the 3-minute, it has already closed below it, and it is now testing the 200. Yeah, the short. We definitely missed the initial move on the short. If you were going off support resistance, you would have known that. You know what I mean? It's why we always keep track of support resistance levels. Always keep track of support resistance levels. And it's hard to do this on every chart. This is why I tell people to have a smaller coin selection so you can properly manage the coins you have, because it's really hard to keep track of 30 coins, but I can keep track of 8 or 9. You know what I mean? So especially when you're micromanaging things. So yeah, we already have a 2.5% drop in the past half hour. Definitely keep a close eye on this. I wouldn't be surprised to see Caspa fall down here, but we're also looking for a possible retest on the EMA there. So what I would say, I would see this little low right here. You see this level right here. I mean, what's the difference? So if you went short now into this to this level, you're targeting a 5% trade. But if you waited for this level and there, you're looking at a 4% trade. So you're talking 1% here for peace of mind, because touch, break, touch. So 5 touches here on this level at 12.5 cents, 0.1253. Because we want to see it break this level, because it has bounced off this level so many times that if we went short now, targeting a trade to 12 cents down here, and it just comes and bounces off this level, you're kind of up shit's creek. So this is why, if you miss this initial move, the regroup plan is to see what happens at this level, or you could just go short instead of stop loss. Oops. You could go short instead of stop loss over here, really tight stop loss kind of idea. That's what I would do. I'm not going to trade it immediately, but I feel like there is a trade here for sure. DXDY was the other one. And it's good to see that Caspa pumped up so hard. Or was it DYDX? Yeah, DYDX. I got it mixed up. All right. Daily chart. This has been an interesting one. Pretty sure it's like a perpetual DEX, I believe. Okay, so let me get a better sense of what's going on here. All right, so we've had the great slip and the heavy sun. That's what I call this chart. The great slip and the heavy sun, because this is a whole lot of stuff. Big shout out to my guy Ryan Randall, love from Canada. Hey man, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Kenan, I'm looking at DXDY right now. Big shout out to my guy Terry Hughes for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Crypto Face is live. All right, ending the show, everybody. Got to go. Talk to you later. Peace. Kidding. I definitely will go watch Crypto Face in a minute though. There's only a couple of minutes left in the show, but if everybody here, we got 250 people in the house. Thank you guys for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you smash likes and subscribe if you haven't already. I think I'm like 2 subscribers away from 11.2. I'm gonna get a refresh here and hope I hit 11.2. No. All right, we're over 200 likes, so that's great, but I'm still at 11.1. I literally need like 4 followers to get 11.2. It might happen. Fingers crossed. All right, here we go. We got a $5 super chat. I will look at DYDX in a minute, Ken, and I promise you. We got a $5 super chat from my guy, Bit Capric. Okay. Any chance on getting your take on when to use / consider different time frames? 1 minute, 15, 30-minute, daily, weekly, etc. Okay, very good question. When to use different time frames. So anytime I look at a chart, I always start zoomed out. Weekly chart, monthly chart. And then I collect the data. I kind of set some levels, what I'm looking for, and then I'll take a step forward. And I'll look at the 2-day. I'll set some levels, remember where it's been before, where it could go again, where's the floor, where's the ceiling, where's the volume, and then I'll take another step forward and look at the daily and get more information. And you can make some trade ideas come from the daily, from heavy indications, confluence of indicators on the daily chart. Well, if we were looking at like a MACD cross with the point of control above the price action, a bounce off the 50 EMA, a RSI bouncing off the 50 line, a green dot on market cipher B, a good dual band strength index reading. There's a lot of confluence there. Okay. And then with the daily chart, we take another step forward. Look at the 4 hour, look at the 6 hour, something like that. And we take another step forward. We zoom out and zoom in. And which time frame you use depends off which type of trade you're doing. If you're looking at, I want to hold this coin for at least a year and target short-term capital gain. I want to target long-term capital gains. I'm going to trade this for a year. You're going to only care about large time frames because you're holding for a large amount of time. But if you're like intraday trading, you're scalp trading, if you want to be in a trade that will only last a couple days, you'll probably go off the 2 hour or the 4 hour. Probably. If you want to scalp trade, I go off the 30-second chart, bro. I look at the 30-second chart, but that's after I look at the daily, the 6 hour, the 4 hour, the 2 hour, the 15 minute, the 12 minute, the 10 minute, the 5 minute, because you can kind of get different ideas. I'll really zoom in through an entire chart to find all the ideas I can. You want as much information as you can possibly get. All right. So, and the time frame is dependent on what the goal for the trade is. So if you're trying to scout, you want to look at the 2 hour, zoom in like 12 minute, zoom in 5 minute. And maybe if you really want to get nitty gritty, like 2 minute, 30 seconds, you can do that way. A lot of trades that I personally do, I base them off looking at the 2 hour, zooming into the 12 minute and zooming into the 2 minute. That's how I roll. And if I really want to get gritty, I'll look 30 seconds. So yeah, there's a lot of ways you can do that. All right. So DYDX. I told my buddy Kenan I would look at it. So here we are. We're looking at the daily chart. I really like the setup just from the first look at the oscillator. Let me make this a little bit bigger here. Are going a little bit over on time, but it's all good in the hood. I feel like we got a good show going on. So we got a good setup here. Anchor wave, trigger wave, market cipher special, baby, right there. Love to see that. Step one. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom in a little bit and look at like an 8 hour, get a little bit more information. And I'll tell you why I do this, because even if you look at the daily and then scrunch up, like you pretty much have the same setup. You can just see more candles, see more details. So obviously this here will be, ooh, do we got a little breakout maybe coming here, bro? We got something, huh? Got that little breakout, bro? Because we kind of got this little weird lopsided ass triangle. If you go off, I mean, you could really even go off from back here. Yeah, if you go off of this and use that as the plant and draw that up, that's actually really interesting. Yeah, man, this is looking good. Kenan, good call out, bro. What the fuck? I do want to see a little bit more. I would like to see like some sort of, this is only 8 hour, by the way. Zoom in, 2 hour. Okay. So there is a chance if you look at, the anchor wave, trigger wave, and then this, Big Cap Trick $5 super chat. He said, phenomenal answer. Thank you. That really helps. I got you, bro. That's what we do here. That's what we do. Thanks for being here, man. Seriously. Yeah. So this setup could be heating up. It looks like it could be reversing. Yeah. When you zoom into like a 12 minute, it looks like a reversal is likely, considering it has come up a little bit here, but I still think it's a good setup, because if you really consider, the past, since this little local drop here, this thing, since Sunday, this thing is up 11%. So yeah, I would kind of be thinking, where is this thing going to turn around? I actually think this level right here, boom, boom, is one of the most relevant levels on the chart at $2.82, because at least locally, because we got a rejection here and a bounce there. So that level has been fought over. So, what we want to see here is it has broken out of the triangle a little bit. So since it has broken out of the triangle, if you really want to get nitty gritty and zoom in to like say a 5 minute, bang, what we really want here is, because, this is the trend line from when it started to fall down locally. Well, actually, what was that level, just for the sake of argument here? When did this trend line start? Okay. The top of this bad boy was November of 23. All right. And since then it has been falling. And this is a pretty honest triangle here. Pretty honest triangle. I drew it pretty close to perfect. And as you can see, we are currently above it. All right. So what I'm thinking is, I got to pull this one down a little bit right there. So what I'm thinking is that if we can bounce off of this, continue, that's a long. So really an alarm on this trend line here is what you want. And then if you wanted to long off that idea, I would set a stop loss, over here at this support resistance level, maybe a little bit below it, and give yourself like, a little bit 2% to bleed. 2% to bleed. That's a little big for a stop loss, but you could. Yeah, I would just be patient with this one and watch what happens on this support resistance level and make a decision from there, because we really want to see it bounce and continue, but it could easily go blah, 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 and then fall off the face of the earth. So and we have to consider how long it's been pumping, stuff like that. I think this could be a good setup, but I'm not that bullish on jumping in a trade on it right now, if that makes sense. So be patient on this one, bro. All right. LCX is on fire. Is it, Mike? Is it Balmer? Is it Balmer? Mr. Balmer? LCX. Daily. Shit. Okay. Oh my God. Bruh. Bruh. What the hell? 500%, 82 days. Not bad. And it's still going. Look at that. Wow. LCX broke that local high. Yeah, that thing could easily continue. Easily could continue. Yeah, if you wanted to go long, I would just set the stop loss a little bit under that local high because that's really the do or die. So there you go. All right, we got one portfolio rating for today. I understand that less portfolios have been coming in considering, everybody has got portfolio ratings already. We did it already, but I will always leave the door open for people who are coming in or learning or who are building new portfolios. I always will leave the door open considering I kind of owned this taking control of portfolio ratings in crypto YouTube. I feel like no one does them like I do. I have the best system. I am the best to ever do it. Okay. So, but I will always leave the door open. I understand most of the diehards of the audience, there's, always a solid core group of people here. I understand that they have already done portfolio ratings, but I will always leave the door open for new people coming in, like I said. So we got my guy, the Osborne's $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, AJ, I have a 23K portfolio. Not bad. 23% Ethereum, 22% ADA, 22% Link, 8% Algo, 6% Quant, 4% Casper, 4% Bitcoin, HBAR Crow, 3% Doge, looking to 8 to 10. All right, man. Well, we are talking 49% of your portfolio, the Osborne's, is between Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. And Cardano, out of those three coins, has the most likely chance to 8x, where Ethereum and Bitcoin have 0% chance to 8x, at least in my opinion, for this coming bull run. If Bitcoin 8x's this bull run, I'll quit crypto YouTube. I'll quit, and that's totally fine with me. But actually, that's not fine with me. I love doing this shit. Anyway, so but I don't think that's going to happen. So really, bro, you have a really safe portfolio, the Osborne's. If this portfolio was a $2.3 million portfolio, I would understand it. Considering it's only a $23,000 portfolio, I'm not really big on it, bro. I think, especially because your goal is an 8x. If your goal was a 4x, I would love this bag. But your goal is an 8x. So you want to align your coin selection with your goals. And you have done that a little bit. I like the Link, the Algo, the ADA. I don't mind the ADA. That's just too much. Too much. You want to have a more even distribution. Okay. So Link, Algo, Quant, Casper, HBAR, Crow, and even Doge, I'm fine with. But the Ethereum Bitcoin is really weighing your portfolio down, especially when you pair that much Bitcoin and ETH with that much ADA. You know what I mean? And what's the point of having 4% Bitcoin? Like, why? Like, there's no point in having that 4% Bitcoin at all. So really, if this was me, I would eliminate Bitcoin and Ethereum and redistribute the rest of the projects evenly. That would be your best chance. If it was my portfolio, that's what I would do. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you that's what I would do. Because, I understand wanting to hold Bitcoin. I understand wanting to hold Ethereum. But when it really comes down to what coins have room to run, what coins really have room to run, look at this. Ethereum's market cap, basically 300 billion. Bitcoin's market cap, 886 billion. 886 billion, bro. And then you come on down the list. Look at this. We're talking from Ethereum being in second place at 300 billion all the way down to, I don't know, Hedera in 39th at 2.5 billion. Do you realize how big of a gap that is? Do you realize how big of a gap it is between Hedera and Ethereum? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Look at this. Wow. I under-retired for a moment. It's amazing. Guys, this is a live show. Welcome to the live show.
What are you doing on a live show, dude?
Yeah, I thought I retired.
Dude.
I guess I'm Brett Favre.
Dude, all right, Ben, I do got to ask you.
Yeah.
I do got to ask you, the Osborne.
Oh, Glitter Queen's here.
What do you think?
I want the Glitter Queen to start coming on my show and doing a segment. If I ever do a show. Would you do that? If Glitter Queen comes back, maybe we'll do the show. If Glitter Queen will come do, actually, maybe the Glitter Queen should do a live show on my channel instead of me, since I don't do it anymore.
I can feel her like, oh, Ben, no unwanted attention.
Oh God,
That's what she says. No unwanted attention.
AJ,
What's that?
are you gonna come to the fight? You're coming to the fight, right?
I don't know.
You are, right?
Am I?
Yeah. I'm gonna cover your flight, and they got your hotel. So you're coming, right?
Okay.
You're gonna be in my corner.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be there.
Like,
When is it?
23rd. It's 22nd or 24th is what they're gonna cover.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
Hola, ¿qué pasa? We
Wait,
gonna make
wait,
it,
guys,
oh,
come back.
baby.
Come back. Wait.
Yeah.
The Osborns,
The Osborne.
$23,000 portfolio.
Oh, there you go.
Ben
Oh,
doesn't care about your portfolio. He said.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Jay, I have a 23K portfolio, 23% ETH. There's a lot of 23s. Jordans. Jay, let's go. 8 to 22%. Link, 8%. 20% ETH, 20% 20% Link, 8% Algo, 6% Quant.
Too much ETH.
Okay, so look, I think you got too much ETH, definitely for sure. I would say, no doubt about it. I think he has too much Chainlink as well. I'm okay with the Cardano right there, or the ADA. Obviously, you guys know I want to see XRP in that portfolio. I'm telling you, by the end of this bull run, y'all are going to know that I was right. I know it looks bad right now, but this is more evidence of how explosive it's going to be, in my opinion. And yeah, maybe I'm a delusional, crazy person, but on this one, I'm right. Okay, so you know what I thought about, AJ, though, what I wanted to do. I came up with this idea. I don't exactly know how to flesh it out yet.
Okay.
But I think you and I can take this on as a project.
Sure.
I want us to create a formula for people for their portfolio. So what we think is 100%. That's how you do it. You put it together just like this. We're not telling you the coins to put in. But we're telling you like kind of the allocations and like, okay, you want some from this part of CoinMarketCap, some from this part. You want some from this niche. You don't want too many.
Smart.
So we're going to create a formula for you guys.
Okay.
And then we're going to sell it for half the cost of your portfolio.
Wait, what's the Osborne score?
I really do want to do that.
I love that idea.
Oh, he's got no XRP. So, I mean, it doesn't have XRP. It's got too much ETH. I mean, I give it it's got some good coins in it. I like having 4% of Bitcoin. I think it's a good number. Look, no XRP. I can't give it higher than a 58.
58. Yo, let me see it. Don.
Oh,
let me see it.
Guys,
I gotta see it.
The Spin Crypto X Show used to be powered by Stake. Now just all my videos are.
I love that. I actually like that. Is it the same guy that did the Ben tattoo? Or does he go to a different place?
No, I went to a different guy.
Oh, okay.
I went to a different guy. I went to that place. It was too crowded, though.
Oh, okay. I like it, dude. It looks good.
Next.
It's clean.
Do you want to know my next tattoo?
Is it a picture of my face tattooed on your face?
We talked about that, didn't we? No. Okay, here's the new tattoo. Are you ready?
All right.
Okay, it's gonna be text in a circle over my heart. It's going to say the truck, and then it's gonna have little icons of truck of like a little TRX, and then Cassie's name is gonna be written right over my heart in the middle of it.
Who's in the truck?
Cassie's in the truck.
Cassie's in the truck.
Cassie's in the truck. Do you guys like that? I literally am going to do that. That's not a joke. I've decided that's going to be my
You
best.
wild, bro.
Yeah, right over my heart. I want it done before the fight. I want people to see the fight.
I love it.
Because I love Cassie.
I love it. Much love. Much love. I think I'm gonna get the Burberry, the horse in the ditch.
Oh, you know what you should do?
Jada and I were talking
Let's
about
do
that.
it. When?
When? Tonight?
Tonight.
Well, maybe not tonight.
Why not?
My guy's in Delaware.
We'll get a guy here.
I don't let anybody tattoo me. It has to be. All right, that was fun. That was fun. I'm so glad to see. I actually haven't seen. Glitter Queen said, "No, the hell you're not," because I've been talking about getting a tattoo right here in the ditch, and we were talking about like the Burberry horse, and I was just because I know that she would hate that tattoo, so I said I'd do that just to make her mad. But definitely really good to hang out with Ben on the show. I love that, and yeah, I guess I'm going to the fight. Very excited about that. Wasn't sure if I was going or not, but I'm super excited to go. And the Glitter Queen, she's not about it. And you know, Ben even said he would do his own segment if you did it, but you know, you're just too good for it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I do want to give my guy the Osborns here a proper rating. Big shout out to Ben. Big shout out. But y'all don't understand. Ben's controversial. He's one of my best friends. I don't really give a shit what people say, to be honest. Like when you have friends, you stand by them. You actually have their back. And, you know, that is a prerequisite to being a good friend is to have your friends back when shit gets hard. You don't be their friend until shit gets hard. and then leave. When shit gets hard, that's where you actually find out who your real friends are. And that's what it is. That's really what it is. But in terms of the Osborns, really, man, like Ben said, you have too much Ethereum. I don't think you have too much Chainlink. I think he misread that because. Oh, okay. You do have 22% link. Okay. I thought it was 8% link. I misread that. But anyway, at the end of the day, man, like you got to align your coin selection with your portfolio, and you have not done that. So I can't give you anything higher than a 65. I can't. Much love to everybody showing love in the chat. We did get a quick here, let me do a quick screenshot of this. All right, Terry Hughes, you are the last portfolio of the day, and then I got to sign off. This show has gone over a little bit, but it's okay. We're having a good time. As long as you guys are here, man, I love doing this stuff. I seriously enjoy this job more than anything anymore. Like, this is my job, everybody. So of course, the chat's involved. You guys are here. 240 people in the house. Let's do it. All right. So share this tab instead. This is my guy Terry's portfolio. After Terry's portfolio, we're going to call it a day. So if you have not smash the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate if you've done that. We're getting there one day at a time. We're not going to buy any followers. We're not going to take any shortcuts. We're just going to keep making content. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to work out. I feel like I'm going to be just fine. All right. Terry Hughes, rate this. Goal, preservation of capital, and then 5X. Okay. Bitcoin 53, Link 17, ETH 16, XRP 6, ADA 6. Value today 135,000. All right, this is logical. I don't mind this because Terry, you're not going for a 20x. You're not going for a 15x. You're going for a 5, and to preserve the capital. So a breakdown like this, I think Bitcoin can 5x this bull run? Probably not. But I feel like Link probably could. XRP, ADA, I hope they do. I think, Terry, you should have an exit strategy. I did a video yesterday with Mr. M. I showed the tweet right here. Oh, where's the tweet? Let me pull this back up. It didn't get much engagement, but it's okay. I don't really care that much. I did this interview with him. And in this video right here, I talked about my portfolio strategy, Miss Terry. This is all relevant to Terry's portfolio. And what I said my strategy is about with my exit strategy is for each coin I have in my portfolio. All right, say my portfolio is $20,000. Some people will say, oh, if it gets to 200,000, I'll sell. No. For each coin, you have your own exit strategy. And each coin requires 4 or 5 or even more scenarios. Like say there's a coin that's currently at 10 cents. So, and I think it's going to go to $1. I'll sell 20% at 65, 20% at 80, 20% at, whatever. And then you DCA up and then leave exposure so it can continue to climb. And then there's a whole nother scenario for when it's coming on its way back down. So you sell majority of your portfolio at the top. It's like a striated type exit strategy. All right. And you also will do that in each scenario. So in a scenario where Bitcoin only goes to 120,000, Terry, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So is there a plan if it rejects? Are you systematically selling up and down? Because that's a really thought out exit strategy. So for each one of I want to make a video about this one day, but for each one of my coins, I have 5 or 6 different scenarios for what I'm going to do in each coin, and there are scenarios that tie into other scenarios. If this, then this kind of stuff. It gets complicated. It gets very complicated. But an exit strategy is not all in at all out on certain price. No, because what we think is going to happen is probably the least likely outcome. So we need to be ready for everything. So Terry, I actually really respect you, Terry. I respect your goal. You're not greedy. You're not going for a 20. You're being realistic. I appreciate that. I really do. You're going for a 5. Personally, I think your portfolio is only good for a 3 or a 4, considering how much of the capital is tied up into the largest coins in crypto. Regardless, I think you could get to a 5. I think it's possible, but I think a 3 or a 4 is safe, very safe. And considering you're dealing with over a quarter of a rock, 1/8 of a rock there, like 135,000, man. I mean, I think this thing could run to almost 500,000. You know, I think it could, but but that much Bitcoin and no, you have no. What I don't like about it, Terry, is that you have no risk. You have no speculation. That you're. I think Link is the winner in that bag, and the problem with Link being the winner in that bag is that you're only holding 17% of it. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, in the same breath, the goal of your portfolio is preservation of capital, and for that, I give you much respect. The fact that it says that my goal is the preservation of capital and then 5x. That's important, man. So with that, I'm gonna give you like a 78 because you seem to have your head on your shoulders. I'm not in love with your distribution. I'm not really in love with your coin selection, but you're realistic, and I feel like we need more of that in crypto. We did get a quick super chat in here by Tristan Gage. What's up, AJ? Super simple portfolio, 40K, 50% algo, 50% H-bar. Looking for a 15x, but I'm going to start sailing out about 10x. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, Tristan Gage. You're going to do fine. Would I do that? No, I wouldn't do that. Would I prefer a couple more coins with a more even distribution? Yeah, but 2 coins, 50-50. That's ballsy. So $20,000 in algo, $20,000 in H-bar. Man, balls. I give you an 85 just because you have big, giant balls, Tristan Gage. Tristan Gage is the Cameron McAdoo of crypto traders. If you've been following Supercross, you understand that joke. But it's super, super simple. But man, I mean, the thing is, if one thing goes wrong, either of those projects, that's it, So that's why, I'm spread out between 7 or 8 because, if one project's out of 7, one thing goes wrong out of 7 or out of 8, I'm still all right. I'm still fine. But if I had three coins and one of them messes up, that's it. Your portfolio, you're not going to get there. So that's why I appreciate the conviction, though. You definitely have conviction. I have conviction in H-bar and algo for sure. But even with H-bar and algo, man, you got to consider that this is crypto and things do happen. I mean, do I think that's going to happen? No. But in any portfolio with just 2 coins, I'm always going to say, hey, that's kind of risky. Even if it's my 2 favorite coins, I'm still going to say that because I'm not going to be biased. Do I think you're going to get there? Hell yeah, I think you're going to get there. But be careful with that, man. And maybe have a couple more coins to diversify just a little bit. I don't believe in over diversification. I think you should not hold more than 8, maybe 9. Definitely no more than 10 coins. Definitely no more than 10 coins. But in the same breath, more than 2. More than 2. So good luck, Tristan. Like I said, I'm giving you an 85 just because you have serious conviction. All right, man, what a live stream. We ran long today, but I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. Still got 250 people in here. We went for an extra half hour. Still got 250 people in here. And XRP is gay just like Ben. Damn straight, David. Daps. Facts, bro. Nailed it. Much love. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got my guy Eric, Ken and Henson, Glitter Queen, Blockchain, Bonehead, Tristan Gage, Brian Bootyhead. You guys are all awesome. Make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you subscribe. If you want to follow along with me on trading, make sure you sign up for PHEMEX. I'd really, really appreciate it. It really helps my channel to get as many signups as I possibly can. I'm doing all my trading on PHEMEX. It's super easy to trade on. I'm even hodling on PHEMEX. I'm hodling there. I'm doing all my leverage trading there. Been making some pretty good money lately. I'm going to be doing my trading streams here pretty soon. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to start streaming. If I just start streaming at a random time that's not 10:30 a.m., I'm trading. So it'll say it on the thumbnail. And if you don't need the KYC, but always use a VPN anytime you're trading crypto to keep yourself safe out there. So definitely make sure you sign up for PHEMEX down below in the description. Much love for everybody. Got nothing but love for you guys. You guys are amazing. My name's AJ Writes Crypto. Get rich or get wrecked. Later.